come into that physical and mental space for our practice today. All together, inhale, let's bring our hands to heart center and share the pranava 3 times. Take a breath in. Oh. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. And let's bring our hands over our heart again 3 times, sharing the shorter version of the Guru Mantra. Take a breath in. Om Hrim Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Hrim Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Hrim Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. And on your next exhale, go ahead, open the eyes, release the hands, let's extend the arms to the sides, palms up, roll the shoulders up and back, and inhale, arms up. And exhale down. So just this simple movement is really nice for opening up the lungs. Let's do it again, inhale up, this time tip the head back, look at the hands. Exhale, release, chin to chest. To keep the spine erect. Let's do it again. Inhale up. We're looking at hands. Exhale, release down, chin to chest. One more time. Inhale up. And exhale, release down. And let's come into child's pose, but with our knees nice and wide. Extend those arms in front of you if you can to really open up that shoulder girdle. And let's find a nice easy breath here. Holding here for a slow count. Just allowing the knee, hip, ankle joints, shoulder joints, and neck to really open up and lengthen the spine for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. As you inhale, come to neutral tabletop, but on your forearms, like I do, please. You may need to close your knees a little bit. Knees hip width apart, elbows underneath the shoulders. And let's come into cow and cat, nice and slow. Begin, inhale, look up. And exhale, curl the hips in, round the back, tuck the chin. Inhale. And exhale. 2 more. Inhale up. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Come back to neutral tabletop. Let's bring the left knee towards the midline just a little bit. So we inhale and extend the right leg behind us. Square off the hips. So in this position, we're using the glutes and hamstrings to lift the leg up, which is opening and lengthening the hip flexors, of which the psoas is one of the major muscles. Keep pushing through the shoulders. Hold here. Nice static stretch for 4, 3, 2, and 1. To come out, take a breath in, and as you exhale, bend that right knee, place it back on the mat. Replace the left knee with the right, and then extend the left leg behind you. Square the hips, keep pushing through the shoulders. Hold here. Really refining our awareness of how we lift the leg using the hamstring and the glutes, which automatically lengthens the front of the body. Let's hold here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. As you exhale, go ahead, bend that left knee. Let's bring it back down to the mat. Curl the toes under, and on an exhale, come into your dolphin pose. Drop the head. You're looking straight back at your feet. Push through the shoulders. See if you can tilt your hips, the sits bones up towards the sky. You'll feel a little bit of release right in the hip crease when you do that. Hold here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. As you inhale, shift those shoulders over the elbows once more, and then simply exhale, drop the knees, release the toes. Exhale again into child's pose. Hold here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale back to that neutral tabletop on your forearms. Shift the left knee to the midline. Inhale, extend the right leg behind you. Square the hips. Now there's a tendency to let the belly drop here. Engage the core even as you're extending the right leg behind you. Hold here. 4, 3, 2, 1. To come out, bend that right knee. As you exhale, release it down to the mat. Replace it, the left knee, and then inhale, extend the left leg behind you, engage the core, square the hips, and hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. To come out, bend that left knee. Exhale, release it down to the mat. Curl the toes under. On your next exhale, lift up to dolphin pose. Hold here. See if you can lift those sits bones up towards the sky. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, shift the shoulders over the elbows. Exhale, release the knees. Exhale again, child's pose. Counting down, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale back to that neutral tabletop on your elbows. This time, thread the needle with the right hand. Inhale, right arm comes up. As you exhale, thread the needle. If you feel stable here, release that left arm up towards the sky. Roll that shoulders up. One more time so that your shoulders are hanging up by your ear. Hold here. Now there shouldn't be undue tension on your neck. Your weight should be on your shoulder point. Your head is just a bit of a balance point. 4, 3, 2, 1. To come out, bend the elbow, bring it back down on the mat. Inhale, bring the right elbow back to the mat. Left side, inhale the left arm up. As you exhale, thread the needle. Find your position that feels stable. And then inhale, extend the right arm up towards the sky and roll that shoulder back away from your ear. Keep extending through the fingertips up towards the sky. Counting down, 4, 3, 2, and 1. To come out, bend that elbow, bring it back to the mat. Inhale, come up to neutral tabletop. Once more, let's bring that left knee to the midline of the mat. And inhale, extend the right leg behind you. Engage the core so your belly doesn't drop. Square the hips. Refine that awareness of opening the hip flexors even as we contract through the glutes and the hamstrings. 4, 3, 2, and 1. To come out, bend that right knee. Exhale, right knee comes down to the mat, replaces the left leg. Inhale, extend the left leg behind you. Engage the core, not letting the belly drop. Square the hips, keep lifting that left leg behind you. Hold here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. To come out, bend the left knee. As you exhale, left knee comes to the mat. Curl the toes under. Exhale, dolphin pose. Hold. Lift those sits bones up. Push through the shoulders. Relax the neck. Nice, even breaths here. Counting down, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shift the shoulders over the elbows as you inhale. Exhale, release the knees, release the toes. Exhale again into child's pose. Inhale, come back to neutral tabletop. And this time, let's extend that right leg out to the side like we've done in the last couple of days. And in this position, cow and cat. Inhale, looking up. And exhale, start from the pelvis, navel, hips, back, tuck the chin for cat. Inhale up. And exhale. Round up into your cat. Inhale into cow. And exhale into cat. Really initiate with the pelvis. Inhale, last one. And exhale. Let's come to a neutral tabletop. Come to your hands and push up so that we're in a gate pose, standing on that left knee. Roll the shoulders up and back, extend the arms to the sides, palms up. Inhale, both arms up. And as you exhale, keep the left arm where it is. Simply bring the right arm down towards your right thigh. Side bend to the left. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, just a nice bend to the right. Hopefully you're feeling some opening on that left side. Go ahead, look underneath that left armpit. We don't want to put too much weight on this right arm. It's just there to stabilize us. Hold here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's engage that core and open up the right palm. Inhale the right arm to meet the left palm. We're still in a side bend to the right. And then inhale, come to center. Exhale, release your hands down. Let's bring the right knee to meet the left. And opposite side. Go ahead. Extend that left leg to the side. Gently come down to your forearms. In front, coming into cowing cat. In this position, letting the hips lead the way. Inhale, drop the belly, look up. And exhale into cat. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale to neutral tabletop. Come to your hands, push up. We're standing on our right knee. We're in a nice gate pose. Extend both arms to the sides, roll the shoulders up and back, palms open. Inhale, arms up. At the top, right arm stays where it is. Release the left palm to the left thigh. Side bend to the left. Take a breath in. And exhale. Nice bend towards the left. Change the gaze. Looking through the armpit of your right arm. Keep shining the heart. Resist the urge to lean forward or back. Trying to keep our weight nicely centered over the pelvis. Hold here. Counting down 4, 3, 2, and 1. Engaging the core. Open up the left palm. Inhale the left hand to meet the right. Hold here. And then inhale, come to center. And exhale, release the hands down. Bring that left knee in to meet the right. And once more, just sit back on your heels in Vajrasana. Hands resting lightly on our thighs. Coming into a nice, easy spinal twist here. Left hand to the right thigh. Inhale the right arm up, and let's bring those shoulders back. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, twist to the right. Stay here. Roll the shoulders up and back. Shine the heart. Inhale, grow tall. And exhale, find a twist. Bring that right hand behind you. Hold here. A little longer count for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come out, open up the right palm, inhale that right arm up behind you. As you exhale, come back to center, and both hands are on the thighs. Right hand to the left thigh, inhale the left arm up. Stay here as you set those shoulders. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, turn towards the left. Inhale, grow tall. And exhale, left arm comes behind you. You're in your spinal twist. Looking through the corner of your left eye. Try not to let that right shoulder come forward. Hold here. Remember, the twist is coming from the waist. Still trying to keep my torso nice and open, spine erect and lengthened, so that I still have room in the abdominal and lung cavity for everything to move. Counting down, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. To come up, we'll open up the left arm, inhale, left arm up. As you exhale, come back to center. Release both hands down to the mat. Coming into downward facing dog, simply lean forward, place your hands on the mat, scoop them a little bit forward, curl the toes under, and as you exhale, let's come into our first downward facing dog. If it feels good, go ahead and walk the dog, or stay here in stillness, drop the head, and let's hold. Again, see if you can loosen up the pelvis and point the sits bones up towards the sky. Let's hold here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Looking at your hands as you inhale, go ahead and bring that right foot forward. So we're coming into a lunge. Our hands are on either side of that right foot. Take a look. Let's do our best to have our right knee over our right ankle. Nice and easy. We're opening up the hip flexors on the left side. We're going to stay here with our hands on the mat or fingertips on the mat. Do our best to keep our back straight. A nice line from head, neck, spine to tailbone as best we can. Hold here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Now closing this left hip flexor, we come into a hamstring stretch on the right side. So take a breath in. As you exhale, shift the weight back. Straighten that right knee, right toes come up. So now I'm lengthening the right hamstring and I've closed just a little bit the left hip flexor. Hold here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming back to a lunge. As you inhale, bend that right knee, come back to the lunge. If you feel nicely balanced, release the hands, lift the torso, hands are by our sides, open up the palms, inhale, arms up. At the top, hold here. Relax the shoulders down, stretch up through the fingertips. And you feel a little deeper stretch in that left hip flexor. Let's hold here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. As you exhale, release the hands back down to your sides. Find your left hand, put it on your right knee. Right arm, inhale it up towards the sky. This is a small side or a spinal twist to the right. So turn the right palm to the outside towards the right. Inhale, grow tall, and as you exhale, spinal twist towards the right. Bring that right arm down towards your left thigh. Spinal twist. Hold here. Let's hold for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Open up the right palm. Inhale that right arm up behind you. As you exhale, come back to center. Exhale again, bring both hands down to the mat. One more hamstring stretch. Take a breath in. Exhale, shift the weight back. Hold here in your nice hamstring stretch. Once again, we're slightly closing that left hip flexor. Hold here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. As you inhale, come back to your lunge. Inhale once more, stepping the right foot back, and exhale into downward facing dog. Loosen that pelvis as you lift the sits bones up towards the sky. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Looking at your hands, inhale, bring the left foot forward, come into a lunge. As you come into your lunge, check your alignment, left knee over left ankle, hips are squared. Doing my best to have a nice straight line from the crown of the head, neck, spine to the tailbone. Let's hold here. Allow that right hip flexor to loosen, lengthen, and open up. Counting down. 4, 3, 2, and 1. If you feel you have balance, go ahead, release the hands, lift the torso, hands are by your sides. Open the palms, inhale, both arms up. At the top, hold here. As you exhale, settle into the pose. And let's hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, release the hands down to the mat. Coming into a nice hamstring stretch. Exhale, shift the weight back. And lengthening the left hamstring as I slightly close the right hip flexor. Hold here. Counting down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, come back to that lunge position. Find your balance. Release the hands, lift the torso. One more time, open the palms, inhale, arms up. Hold here as you exhale. Keep the left hand where it is. Simply bring the right hand down to the left knee. Inhale, grow tall. And as you exhale, slight twist to the left. Release the left hand down to touch the right thigh, if you can. Roll the shoulders up and back. Little spinal twist here. See if you can release tension in that right hip flexor and just let gravity open it up a little bit more. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Open up the left palm. Inhale the left arm up behind you. As you exhale, come back to center. Let's release both hands down to the mat one more time. Hamstring stretch. Take a breath in. As you exhale, sit back. Lift those left toes. Lengthen the back. Hold here. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, come back to lunge. Once more, inhale, step that left foot back. And as you exhale, you come into downward facing dog. See if you can really feel that release through the pelvis as you lift the sits bones up. Hold here. Let's count down. 4, 3, 2, and 1. As you exhale, come down to your knees, release the toes, slide the hands forward into child's pose. Hold here, slow count, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale back to neutral tabletop. And then exhale, release the full body down to the mat. And let's bring our forearms down on the mat for the baby cobra or sphinx pose. Let's set up all together. Elbows ideally underneath shoulders. Roll those shoulders back behind you, bringing attention to your shoulder blades. Lengthen the legs behind you so you can feel the tops of your feet on the mat. Do your best to have your heels pointing up towards the sky. Without clenching the buttocks, see if you can get that small pelvic tilt to push the pelvis in towards the mat just a little bit. With that awareness, inhale, lift the head off the mat. Inhale again, lift the chest off the mat. Keep the belly button on the mat. So in this way, in our forearms, we don't have to worry really about any strength. We can really concentrate on bringing that pelvis forward into the mat, which lengthens the lower back. Let's do it without clenching the buttocks. Lengthen the leg behind you. Don't lose awareness of the backs or the tops of your feet as it pushes against the mat. Find that balance where you can lengthen, have a slight pelvic tilt forward, shine the heart, relax the belly. One more thing to do, switch the breath to the ribs. Hold here, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, before we come into the dolphin plank, notice how we are nicely lengthened through the front of the body, and my hip flexors are really nice and soft. Coming into a dolphin plank, curl the toes under, and then inhale, lift up. We're in a dolphin plank. Now I am engaging those hip flexors with a tighter pelvic tilt forward, bringing my pelvis in the direction of the head, thinking about drawing my chest down towards the pelvis, engaging the core, which is obviously part of your hip flexors. At the same time, I'm doing my best to push my heels behind me and push through the shoulders. So now I'm lengthening the back of the body and I'm shortening the front of the body. Take a breath in. As you exhale, release the knees down, release the pelvis down, and scoop right up into your baby cobra. And now relax the front of your body as you find a bit of shortening of those muscle fibers in the back as you hold the baby cobra pose. Switch the breath to the ribs. Let's stay here for a longer count of 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Curl the toes under, inhale, right up to your dolphin plank. Hold here, focusing on that awareness of what your body's doing. Hold for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a breath in. As you exhale, release the body down. And inhale, scoop right up to your baby cobra. Switch the awareness, lengthening through the front of the body. Switch the breath so the ribs laterally expand. Short count, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here's a change. As we exhale, simply allow the body to come down. Let's bring our hands to the sides, palms down, forehead is on the mat. Bending one knee at a time. As you inhale, bend that right knee, bringing it towards the buttocks. And let's see if we can take the left hand and hang on to that right foot. Do your best to bring the right heel in the direction of your buttocks without letting your hip come off the mat. Relax the head, relax the forehead or your nose or your mouth or your chin on the mat. Now, if you actively think about pushing that hip bone or pelvic bone into the mat, you're going to feel a lengthening through those hip flexors. So you can hold this stretch in an active way or a passive way. Your choice. Hold here, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. As you exhale, gently let go of that foot. Right foot comes down, left hand palm down, back onto the mat. Let's do the other side. As you inhale, bend that left knee, take the right hand, grab the foot, and do your best to bring that heel towards your buttocks. Square the hips. Now I'm going to use both hands to hold my leg there because my right arm's not too strong. So you can decide if it's easier with 1 or 2 hands. Again, active stretch means you're actively doing a small pelvic tilt and bringing the hips a little closer into the mat. Or you can be passive and not bring any attention to that pelvic tilt. Just feel a nice stretch through the hip flexors and the front of the quads. Let's hold here. Counting down, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. As you exhale, gently release the foot. And let's bring both hands down to the hips on the mat, palms down. Okay, go ahead and open the legs so that the feet are on the outside or right on the outside edges of the mat. Inhale, bend both knees, bring them towards the buttocks. Release your hands to your ankles or your feet and bring those heels towards the buttocks. Your knees are spread as wide as the edges of the mat. Again, you can think about bringing the pelvis into the mat, a little more contact, or feel the stretch passively. Both ways you're opening up and lengthening those hip flexors. Hold here. And let's count down 4, 3, 2, and 1. As you exhale, gently release the feet and bring the hands, palms down next to your hips. Okay, your choice. You can leave your knees exactly where they are, or you can bring your legs together so that your knees are now next to each other, and we'll repeat the same pose. As you inhale, you bend both knees, bring them towards the buttocks, release the hands. Bring the heels towards the buttocks. Without clenching the buttocks, go ahead, bring the pelvis a little into more contact with the mat if you'd like. Hold here. Nice long exhales, especially if this proves to be challenging. And let's count down 4, 3, 2, and 1. As you exhale, gently release. Hands come back down and lengthen those legs down the mat. Let's turn over onto our back. And let's do a spinal twist here. Go ahead, extend the arms out to the sides, activate those legs. And all together, take a breath in. As you exhale, contract, tilt, float knees over the chest. In this position, keep the left knee exactly where it is, but exhale and extend the right leg again down the mat. Keep the right leg active. In this position, spinal twist to the right, take a breath in. As you exhale, roll over the right hip, you look left. Keep that right leg nicely extended. Slight flexion in both ankles to keep the knees, hips in alignment. Hold here. So in this position, I'm lengthening the hip flexors on the right side, and I slightly close them with that bended knee on the left. Let's hold here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. To come out, take a breath in. As you exhale, contract and tilt. Come to center. And now let's just replace the legs. Go ahead, bend that right knee, extend the left leg. Keep the left leg active. And take a breath in. As you exhale, roll over the left hip. You look to the right. Now I'm finding a nice lengthening on the left side and slightly closing the right hip flexor. And let's count down 4, 3, 2, 1. To come out, take a breath in. As you exhale, feel the contraction. As you tilt and come back to center. Exhale, release the right leg down. And lastly, if you have a block or a cushion, let's bring that and put it underneath our back. You choose which height you want to use your block on, because we're going to extend our legs down. So you get on your block. Remember this, you put it underneath your lower back or coccyx, in between there. That kind of a high one for me. What you want to focus on is once you're in position, you don't move your head from side to side. You don't want to feel extra tension in the lower back. For balance, maybe keep your hands near your block and then exhale and extend first the right leg and then the left leg down the mat. And you should feel a really nice lengthening through the hip flexors, through the crease of the hips, and then even higher up, because a lot of the hip flexors are lengthened and run from the front of the thigh, the pelvis, and then to the back to that lumbar spine. If you feel good here, go ahead, extend the arms overhead, palms up, resting the backs of your hands on the mat. Now you can completely relax your legs, letting the feet, the knees, and the hips fall to the outside a bit if you'd like. You can also refine your awareness by keeping the legs active, meaning that my toes, knees, and hips are all pointing up towards the sky. So explore how it feels to keep the legs active or to let them be passive and totally relaxed, and just see how that feels throughout the hip flexors and the lower back. Let's stay here and just kind of enjoy the stretch. Let's stay here for 2 minutes. Again, if it becomes too intense, you can bend the knees or just bring your block a little lower. And to come out of this pose, bring your hands back to your block, bend both knees, plant the feet. And then lift your hips up and let's bring that block out of the way. Bringing the hips fully down onto the ground. And with our knees bent, our feet planted on the mat, go ahead, widen the feet so that they're on the edges of the mat. Bring the knees together so they're touching. And extend the arms out to the sides, palms up. And just kind of hang out here. This is a nice restful position that allows those hip flexors, if they were stretched and lengthened a little bit more than you're used to, it allows them to kind of spring back to their normal tension, and it allows the lower back to relax. Let's stay here. In this position, you can keep your knees together and just kind of toe heel your feet so that they are now together also. And as you exhale, let's find that pelvic tilt all on your own. Bring the knees towards the chest. Release the hands to the knees and exhale, knees to chest. Roll from side to side. Let's all come to the center in stillness. On another exhale, go ahead, lift the head towards the knees. Curl up into your little ball, relax the shoulders. Do your best to relax through the hip and the pelvic joint. Using your abs to curl up, letting the rest of the body just kind of hang out. With awareness of that nice loose hip, go ahead, see if you can grab your big toe or your ankles. Then release the head down to the mat. Inhale, extend the legs up towards the sky. Keep a nice loose hip and open hip joint. Hold here, nice relaxing pose. One more spinal twist. Keep your legs where they are. Extend the arms out to the side. As you exhale, let the legs in this long position roll to the right. You look left. So nice spinal twist with our knees extended. Holding here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we need to engage the core, engage those hip flexors to bring the legs up towards the sky. So take a breath in, exhale, contract, tilt, and the legs come up to the center. And let's go to the other side. Take a breath in. And exhale, gently in control. The legs fall to the left and you look to the right. Hold here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Again, let's engage that core. So take a breath in, exhale, contract, tilt, float the legs up, bend the knees, and extend the legs down the mat. Bring your hands, palms down to your hips, and then open the palms up to open up that shoulder girdle once more. Relax the legs, and we're in Savasana. Gently coming out of our Savasana. Let's bring our hands to our lower belly. And as always, let's just feel the breath first. Awakening up that mental focus from a relaxed state to now just focusing on the movement of our breath. And expanding that mental focus to take in the movement of toes and fingers, wrists and ankles. Slowly and gently, you keep expanding that focus of the mind and of the physical body to include movement of knees and hips, elbows, shoulders. Your back, perhaps your neck rolling from side to side. Just keep expanding awareness physically and mentally. As you gently come out of your Savasana, as you expand the awareness outside of your body, and then all together, let's roll over on one side. Stay here in stillness. And with the help of your hands, as you exhale, go ahead, push up. Let's find a nice seated position once more. Close the eyes. Let that mental focus expand outside of your mat, to the room, to the sounds within your own household. If your windows are open, to the sounds outside of the birds, the trees, other people talking perhaps, or the traffic outside. And with that ever-expanding awareness, inhale, bring your hands to heart center. And let's share the pranava one time. Take a breath in. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Exhale, bowing down to the teacher within. And inhale, come back up. Let's gently open our eyes. We're back into full awareness. Namaste. Thanks, everybody. Have a good day. See you tomorrow. Bye.